because there's too much like stuff I can tell you about. Okay,
Well, if
you
you
can.
ever want to tell more about Vigil, I'm definitely okay with that.
I mean, a lot of it can only apply to like high divs, like Div 1 to like top RAM, so I don't think you guys will need any of that. It's
Understandable.
whatever.
Yeah, well, we're like this is the 1 week anniversary of our team.
Mm,
Well, technically it's been alive. It was made a few years ago, but revived just a week ago,
okay.
and just trying to figure stuff out. Maybe like we're not taking this first season too seriously, but we still want to like prepare and get something going, so
Yeah,
that we have like a
I get that.
good season after, because we don't have a lot of time to prepare.
It's all good. Anyways, if you want to start recording, I'll
I'm
talk.
recording.
Okay, I'll talk about the entirety of defense first, and then attack, just so it's linear. On first, no one really holds first that much. Your flank, obviously, you can play a tiny bit aggressive. When I say your flank, I mean your scout and soldier. Your soldier at the start can play kind of aggressive up here, just to farm battalions or banner, whichever you're using. Just fire a few rockets and then get out. Apart from that, your flank just kind of holds it passively. You don't really fight too often. Just play around your buffs, so you can walk around here, and your med can pretty much beam you from like this direction, and it's fine. Just play around the pack, play around arrows, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
If you get a sniper pick, what I would suggest is your entire combo, even your med, you all walk out, play aggressive, and you take this space. Why? Because well, sniper's dead. Like why do you need to hide? So if I'm your demo and I get a sniper pick, cool, let's bring my sniper out, let's bring everyone out and just play aggressive, because then your demo can do this and this spam gets really deep and a lot of open teams, for example, don't know what to do in this situation because they all dogpile in this area. And if your demo just sinks two stickies in the air, and I say sink like that, there's nothing that Pyro can do. And usually this gets a lot of kills. So once sniper spawns, you can stay for a few seconds, but just go back to your normal hold, play as left normal. Yeah, heavy can sit in two positions. It doesn't really matter. It's entirely up to you. Sometimes I sit here. A lot of the times I just sit here because first is again a throwaway. Apart from that, if the card gets a little too close for comfort, like usually once it hits around here, we just leave. Something you can do as a demo is there is a spot somewhere. I think it's like here-ish. Oh, it's probably like on point. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
You can put stickies here, and no one really checks for these. You can also put stickies above here. No one checks for these either. Probably the more common ones that you see, especially in high divs, are these ones because that gets everyone. So what happens is a lot of meds will just walk in blindly and die to six. So those are some stickies you can do for your team. On second, this is where a lot of the time comes from. So your spy has a very important job of don't die, just call. That's literally it. There's nothing for you to do on second apart from just call where they're going. So if I'm your spy, you just sit back here, cloak and dagger, or even back here, and just call where their combo's going. Call who's going where. Are they going tunnel? Are they going hill? That's all you need to do. Um, Obviously, if your team's fighting, then you can come in, decloak, stab them at the same time. But a lot of the time, that ain't gonna happen. So just call where they're going because it's very important. Your soldier can sit in two positions. Jackie tends to play main with me because I'm the heavy. I sit here. I kind of just watch main. That's my job. Why you play here? Well, you're protected. So if someone rushes you, you walk back into your heavy, you walk back into a sentry. Your scout can also play around this area, so you have a lot of protection. It's also just a little safer because you got this corner to play with. You can jump uphill if they come hill. Whereas in side tunnel, you're kind of exposed to the elements where you kind of got drop down to deal with, this to deal with, you got spy to deal with. There's a lot of things that can go wrong here. But Jackie tends to like rotate in between. There's a very, very important line that you need to keep aware of. This is for your entire team. If anyone crosses this line, mainly their combo, what you want to do is you all want to wide swing them together as a combo. So your spy says, hey, they're coming hill. You go 3, 2, 1. We all wide swing together. Everyone, I mean, your demo, heavy, pirate, scout, soldier. Your soldier can bomb up, for example. This is what my soldier does. Is we all call they're going hill. He's like, okay, I'm bombing 3, 2, 1. He bombs up, and then he sinks two rockets into their face. Or whilst that's happening, my entire combo peeks in, and usually their demo is trying to do this to my team, but he can't do that because now there's six people in front of him, a soldier to the side, spies behind him, and it's an absolute disaster. In open, if you do that to any team, they will not know what to do at all. Teams in open struggle immensely with pressure. And when I say pressure, I mean you just swing as a team. It doesn't matter how terrible your team DM is. If you peek like 8 plays into like their 3, 4 plays, you're gonna win every single time. Apart from that, default positions, obviously your gun needs to be on this very, very tip of the corner. Why? Because if it's too far left, or too far right, sorry, it's not going to shoot main. Something that I like to do as heavy is I like to do this, but I can't do this if the sentry's peeking here because it stops you the second you get around this corner. Um, Apart from that, just for everyone, especially having pyro, if your dispenser's here, which it should be, just pummel fire, shoot everywhere. Satellite is probably the most common spy spot in this entire game because, well, he sits there, comes around the corner, comes and stabs, especially this corner, back here, and especially back here. So if I'm your NG, you want to keep an eye on this pack because if this goes, you know the spy's behind you. Um, Apart from that, that's realistically it. If you have ads, you can get super aggressive, play like here, and if you get a call that they're around the corner, you can just do demo scout uber, come into them with spy coming in at the same time, just kill them. It's up to you. If they have ad, you can play shutter. I tend to play shutter quite a bit if they have full brads, and I don't know where they're coming from. Shutter's pretty OP. But a lot of the times, if you know where they're coming from, so if they're saying like side tunnel, you can just come here, preemptively spam it. Your pyro can kind of play a bit close if he wants to, but you need to be careful with sniper on hill. That's the only downside. Because Uber and through side, for example, is very difficult because you have so much spam to deal with and all that shit. That's why calls are very, very important when it comes to second. Apart from that, that's realistically it for second. It's just a matter of where they go and spam it and pray that you can stop them before anything happens. Coming up to third, this is where it's very, very basic. Heavy just sits on flank with either soldier or scout. Use it as soldier, but most often it's probably a scout. It just has to be one of you, doesn't really matter. Your heavy just plays here around this corner. If they use through like main, I tend to hide here. It's just safer for me because if I sit here in Prem, what happens, and this is what I do, is I walk up here and if there's no one to peek me here, I turn left. And usually, every single heavy I've played against, Odin, on Legionnaire, fucking Barfist, they all sit here in this corner, where it's terrible. Whereas I've adopted the strategy of I just hide instead, because if they don't see me, well, they forget about me. Post becomes I'm literally here. I peek wide, I kill you all. So only thing to be aware about if you play flank is Spy, because Spy can decloak behind here, and he's very sneaky because he can come up, jump up, and kill you for free. So just be careful of that. Same with like spies in here. Like some spies sit here, and then they come round, stab you. So that's the only thing you need to be careful about. Um, if they go lockers, you need to be very careful. A lot of the times, if they go lockers, my combo will come forwards and kind of like spam them out, play like hereish me as a heavy, I'm kind of in a sticky situation. A lot of the times I will try and be the sacrifice of my team. I will play very close. And if I hear anyone coming close to here, I will call to my team that I'm wide swinging. And usually, whilst that happens, my demo is either like here, spamming aggressively. Obviously, you need to know if anything's in main, but if main's free, then you can do this pretty easily. Um, Sometimes my demo might be behind me, spamming like this. So kind of just depends, or maybe my demo decides, hey, I'm going to come up here instead and block them off. A lot of the times, especially in high divs, we tend to walk through ladders because if you go longhouse, you're in a very shitty situation because if you walk through here, well, you've only got one exit. And a lot of the times in high divs, if we have Ubrad, for example, we will just basically chase you. So we'll go through ladders and we'll come here and walk past you and just block your exit off. So my demo will do this, and now, well, you can't go anywhere. So it's something to keep in mind. Obviously, this requires your team and your combo specifically to be very fast. In open, it's very difficult to do that because everyone has a different idea of what to do. Some people are scared, but if your combo is very confident, you can single like carry your entire team. The rest of your team, you just play up here. Sentry goes up here, can go here. Kind of just depends. A lot of sentries just go here at this point because if it's up here, it gets spammed pretty easily. And then the rest of your team basically just play around your med. If a lot of people go on cart, then what you need to do is count down 3, 2, 1. You all wide swing at the same time, and you shoot the same target. So if I'm your heavy and you guys are calling a countdown to a peak, I will peak this side, you guys peak this side, and obviously you can see there's a crossfire, which is very nice. If you can, get your soldier to like high bomb. So if they all go main and you do a countdown and he bombs in at the same time, sinks 2 rockets into main, it's absolute destruction. If you could do all of this and your spy can decloak in at the same time, doesn't really matter where, here, behind them, from up here, it doesn't really matter. If you will absolutely obliterate every open team. If someone goes dungeon, for example, usually it's heavy. Heavy's like the main person who ever go dungeon. All you need to do is turn around, put 2 stickies in his face, and your scout just runs at him, shoots him. If you can, your spy can also just come in, revolver him, or if you can, stab him. Doesn't really matter. Just always coordinate together. Don't just single-handedly try to 1v1 the heavy unless he's terrible. Then, in which case, go ahead. But once the card gets pretty close or you lose players, you back out through this doorway. Make sure everyone leaves. Last is probably my favorite because this is where all the time in the world comes from. So if I'm your NG, put your telly here. Reason is spies will have to jump on top of it, walk through here, decloak. They'll have to jump on it again and slowly walk out. And it's super, super obvious that there's a spy here because no one ever sits here ever. And they also slow walk out, which gives you like about half a second to react to a random spy walking out from under you. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Oh, I'm being messaged. Who? Uh, there we go. Apart from that, your heavy can play again in 2 spots. It just kind of depends on the situation. If things are going really well, I sit on this corner. If things aren't going well, I sit up here. Um, it just obviously depends on momentum, whether we have ad or disad. But a lot of the times I just sit here because I like playing very aggressive in red room with buffs. I like to just tank a bunch of damage with my buff, then run away and kind of just be a nuisance. A lot of the times, every heavy that I've played against will sit like around here and they just look in the abyss. I'll just wide swing this corner, kill them, come back, get my buff, redo it all over again, just constantly. I'm just an absolute nuisance. Only thing to be aware about is if you peek this as a heavy, you see 7 people, just run the fuck away. Don't try to 1v9. You will never win. Just get the fuck out. You can as well play around your soldier. Sometimes my soldier plays aggressive here to farm battalions, conch, whatever. Just be careful. Every spy sits in this corner. Every spy sits in this corner, somewhere in this server rack. I don't know why. It's just a server rack. Every spy loves it. For your flank specifically, you just play aggressive here. Just be a nuisance. Don't feed, obviously. Be careful with spy. Every spy will go for you in this kind of area. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. For the rest of your team, you just tend to play in this corner. Your dispenser goes here, sentry goes here. For your pyro and NG, I would say spy check these spots the most, especially behind her, because this is a one-way mirror or window. So spies can look out, see what your team's doing, and then they can make a decision. So what my pyro does and NG do is if there's no sniper and big door, we wide swing this, and they just kind of shoot around, spy check everything around, because these are again the most common spy spots. Sometimes spies will also sit behind here, so that's something to be keep in your mind. Once this cart gets around this kind of bend, we switch from holding left side to right side. So we move the dispenser from here to here. Sentry still goes in the same spot, but this time you can use Rescue Ranger to kind of heal it up. And if you can sit behind it, range it, whatever. Mainly because playing right side is easier to defend. Because if you're playing left side, what can happen if this cart goes around the corner is snipers will go from under and they walk all the way through here, all the way through here, right swing you, drop your med, and then you lose. So if you play left side, well, or right side, sorry, it's very easy to defend your med because, well, your heavy's directly above you. He can spy check perma. Your pyro has this entire area to himself. You got free dispenser. Your sniper's in here, so he's perma buffed. So it's very easy. If sniper goes big door, you need to play quite aggressive. You need to spam him out as much as you can. Most demos need to just sit like this and just do this to him and just constantly spam. Just be very careful of red room. So anytime my demo does this, I will drop down and I play like around here. And I basically won't keep my eyes off this. I'll keep watching this because what will happen, especially in Prem, is no heavy will do this to me. So what I will do is I will just like call like I can see my team here. They're playing quite aggressive. So I will Y swing this and I'll just hold really close. And a good example is Joanne, for example. He would do this. He would play like this and then I will just walk really, really close to him, and then I'll just sack myself in to kill him. If I kill him, cool, I run away. And if he starts running away too far, I just don't care. I will chase him and kill him. So you always need someone to watch Red Room if you do that. Apart from that, that's basically it for last. Something for your soldier, because Jackie does this a lot. If their entire team goes main, you can high bomb off this skybox and sink 2 rockets into main. If you can coordinate this with your team walking in, it's absolute destruction. But I'd say for Last, Last is very kind of rudimentary. It's very simple to understand. It's also very difficult to push, especially in like open. But for attack, super simple. Just push cart. For your pyro, heavy, scout, whoever, just spy check this entire area. Every spy sits on this rock. They always sit like here and they just watch you and they stare at you. They can also sit here, for example. Every spy does this in Prem. But people started adopting this. So they will sit here and then as you push this cart, they move with it. So they just walk backwards. Sometimes they sit in this little bush. They kind of watch you. Some spies also sit in this bush and they wait for your med to kind of come down. So just kind of be careful with those spots. But for me, the Pootis, what I do, kind of depends on my feelings and what I want to do. I will just fist a stone cart and I'll push it all the way up. If sniper's really bad at the game, I will just pull on my Tommy South and just shoot around, be a nuisance, shoot all of this, keep pushing, blah 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 blah. You want to send your scout and soldier on the flank. You guys are just here to kind of fight their flank, be a nuisance. If your soldier can sit like here-ish and spam rockets directly at their team, brilliant. If you can put spam a little deeper like this, even better. The main focus of first is just support your sniper as best as possible. So get everyone together, 3, 2, 1, you all walk here and you just start pressuring. If their sniper wants to peek left side, you spam the absolute shit out of it. And all you want to do is just make sure that your sniper has all this room to peek from. So if I'm your pyro, please don't start spamming detonator like you have 3 people already shooting to turn around, spy check for
Oh,
your sniper. What up?
uh, you just cut out?
Did I? Hello?
Yeah, a little bit. It's fine, I think now.
Okay. For your med, don't walk out of spawn until the cart's really close to capping or until your team tells you to, because there's just no point for you to come out early. And realistically, all you need to do is just pressure for the rest of your team. And then as the cart gets close, you have a few options. So if you have a sniper pick, instantly go hill. If you don't, something I do with Jackie is I will do a heavy soldier sack. So before this caps, me and him, he will whip me. I'll get 450, he gets 300. We whip, boop, 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 boop. I rev up, I just walk. And I keep walking until I die. And Jackie will basically just like do a kind of like a pencil bomb around the corner and just shoot people, do damage. Reason why is because, well, the car is so far away from being capped because it's all the way over here and it has all of this room to go. So if you get kills this way, brilliant. You just made pushing seconds so much easier for your team. If you don't, doesn't matter because, well, you still have to wait for this car to get pushed. The thing we do in Prem now is if we don't have picks in to like qualifiers going hill, what we do is we just push the cart. Everyone pushes the cart, put a mini down, and we all go side tunnel to kill this heavy or soldier. Most of the time in low divs, heavy and soldier be together. So if you swing your entire combo into them, where you get 2 kills for free. In Prem, that's not really what we do anymore, because heavy always plays in main. It's just better. So it's always a soldier kill. Once we kill a soldier, we can basically Uber through side tunnel, get some pressure, kill gun if we can, force the Uber. And once we force, we basically just go back to hill and we play around our sniper. And then we do a 3, 2, 1, we all peek at once, and then we walk up together. So my pyro walks in first, reflects spam off us. He can check for traps as well. Check for this. Sometimes there's a tally here for the heavy to kind of pop up and kind of wipe your team out. Just be careful of that. So, but a lot of second comes down to pressure cooking. And what I mean by pressure cooking is in you don't want to send your entire team in one direction. That's just bad. So what you do is you send your combo up here, your flank can go one direction, your heavy, for example, can kind of extend himself. So if he doesn't want to come hill, he can go like main, for example, or he can go side, he can come top. He can kind of do a lot of different things. I prefer to go top because that's just me. I can pretty much kill people on my own. So putting beam on me as well just helps my team out because I can take all the damage. My demo can just spam freely and do whatever he wants. What we try to do is if the gun's dead, we basically just start wide swinging for free. But if we don't have the gun, what we do is we coordinate a sap and a bomb at the same time. So our spy comes in, saps the gun, a soldier bombs in, and then our entire team will wide swing all at once, and we just nuke them. If in the off chance that you both have even Ubers, main tunnel is not really working, side tunnel is really working, the only thing you can do is go hill, play around your sniper as much as you can. It's basically it. If you have kills, it's always better to go hill because obviously the sightline is really good for your sniper, and you always want to play around your sniper as much as you can. So if your sniper is absolutely different their sniper, just play around him. Don't go side where he can't do shit. Don't go main where he can't do shit. Always go hill. Apart from that, once you get kills, you pressure from side, hill, and main. If you can do all three at once, brilliant. If you can only do two, yeah, it's better than nothing. If you get kills early on and you know that you've successfully capped second, what I would suggest for your team is instantly run up. Don't just leave your scout and engine on cart. The rest of you come up here and just instantly take a corner. Or if you have tons of kills and you know they ain't gonna respawn in time, come up here. Your demo does this, and you block them. And now they can't play third, and you basically have a free game. What I would suggest if your sniper's here, aim this direction, because in Prem we know that that's basically a kind of game over if we try to push through that doorway. So what we do is we walk out here, come through here, and we try to fight like this, because now we kind of see you, and if you don't do anything about us, well, you're kind of screwed because now your demo is here in the sight line. So some demos also sit kind of like here, but this is super risky because, well, a pyro can just air blast stickies back into you. But in most chances, most teams will always hold third. So there's technically two ways to go about this. You can go flank, play around your sniper, kill their flank players, and just your sniper peeks here, and well, there's a god tier sightline. But most of the time, what's going to happen is you basically just Uber your heavy. That's it. It's generally that simple. So for me, the heavy, what I do is I play in this corner. And if it's equal Ubers, I'm like, okay, soldier, put me 3, 2, 1. I jump around this corner, use a walk up. And as that's happening, my team's pressuring cart. And it's just a solo on me. And a lot of times I would not try to wide swing this corner like too much, like past here. Because what can happen is, well, if you do this and their pyro is actually good at the game, he can air blast you this direction away from team and off the cliff. And it's also sticky, is usually like right here. So if you were to Y swing this, well, yeah, ain't gonna end well for you. Apart from that,
one question.
sure.
When I go to this point, aggro and Dama is bombing, I go to front and shoot on the pyro and something.
Oh, what class are
When
you?
heavy.
Heavy. So you're saying who to shoot in this scenario? Hello?
In scenario, I go to shoot the pyro when demo and medic go to Uber. I go
Okay.
to
Yeah, so if they Uber back into you, you can just like run backwards. But since this is solo on you, you can pretty much stay here. Because a lot of teams, what they'll do is they'll flash everyone, which means you have a better Uber in the long run, because each time the med flashes, I think it's a second or half a second off the Uber, if that's what you mean. I'm assuming. But I'm gonna just go back to the thing. Apart from that, that's basically it. If teams don't have Uber, you just want to pressure corner, try to take it. Your demo just spams like this, and you just play around that. Your soldier as well can high bomb, so if you can do a sap on the gun, or your spy can go in and stab, or you try to coordinate with your soldier and your team. So if my spy says, hey, I can go in, my soldier will be like, okay, I'm bombing now. He high bombs in, sink 2 rockets into this corner, and then as that happens, my entire team walks up, and again, destruction. Pushing last is probably the hardest point, in my opinion. The way that we've dealt with it on Dickman's was, if we don't have Uber and they do, we just sack. That's literally it. It's probably the simplest way of dealing with it. So our soldier and demo go through main, heavy goes through red room. We do 3, 2, 1. We just sack in. We just try to kill the med as much as we can. Or if we can force, even better. If we get kills, we'll just play around it. If you don't want to sack, what I would suggest is just go big door, play around your sniper. If your sniper's winning like really hard, just play around him. Just bring him big door. Your heavy can play red room, for example, with buffs, and you can just kind of like cheese a little bit. A lot of the times what I like to do is I like to just play red room and be a nuisance. So if there's people like walking freely, I like to shoot them, try to kill them. If not, I will try to 1v1 the heavy. Every time you want to fight this heavy, get 450. I guarantee you, you'll win every fight if you get 450. Because most heavies, especially in low divs, they just kind of take no buff and they walk here with 300 and they fight a 450 heavy and they lose. That happens a lot, especially in Prem. Like a lot of heavies just don't do that. I don't know why. Apart from that, in terms of Ubers, if you want to trade, go for red room. Always go for red room. Who to Uber is entirely dependent on your team. My demo likes to do demo pyro Ubers. I like to do demo heavy Ubers or demo scout Ubers. It doesn't matter. Just bring someone. Bring demo pyro if you want. All you do, if the sniper is peeking this already, you need to pop as you round the corner. If the sniper isn't peeking you, try to use as late as possible, which will be around here. So you get to this corner, you use, try to kill the gun and get the force. If you get both, brilliant. If you only get one, which is like the force, it's not the end of the world, but it just makes pushing blast a little bit more difficult. Ideally, in a ideal world, you'll get the gun and you also get a force. And in the situation that you do get the gun and you get the force, you need to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. So everyone should not be dying during these exchanges. This goes for every point, every map. Whenever you exchange, don't die. It just makes your pushes afterwards really, really bad. So same the scenario that you force them, you get the gun, brilliant, and you regroup, you have 9 players up, and you do 3, 2, 1. Your entire team has a swing, and you have to fight. You can't bait, you can't hide because you're 20 HP. You have to just fight and just use your body as best as you can. If you're weak, just shoot people. Just try and like at least be a body bag for your team. And me as the poot is what I will do. If I can, I get 450, and as my team walks in through main, I walk in here, and I will not let go of my W key until I die. And everyone will wise swing. We all call focus targets, and once we kill them, then we shift our focus to people that are hiding. If I'm your demo and your team kills the people on right side and you see the heavies in top left, you need to start spamming this heavy as best as you can, because this heavy can win you games, well, lose you games, sorry. Because what can happen is he can wide swing and, well, he can peek this corner and everyone on car will die. So it's not the best. Apart from that, there really isn't much for last, because a lot of it comes to like high diff stuff, which will kind of, we won't go over your head, but it's not really necessary for like open. What I would suggest, this is like team specific, is coordinate together. Play around your spy and sniper as best as you can. If your spy says he can stab, just pressure. when I say pressure, I don't mean just freely walk in and just die. Pressure just means you peek and actually fight them. You trade HP and you force them to look at you and not your spy. Because that's essentially how it is in a nutshell. Is we try to grab their attention so that our spy can walk in and get a kill or two for free. And of course, going back to what I said earlier, if your sniper is winning really hard in SVS, then just give him angles that will win you games. So like main's okay-ish, big door's even better because, well, look, this is a really good sideline to have. And if your sniper kills their sniper, what I would suggest for your team is start pressuring a bit harder. So you can start edging point and force them to peek your sniper. And if they're still hiding from your sniper, then you bring the aggression to them and you basically kill them. So apart from that, I can't think of anything else to say because again, a lot of it comes to like high div stuff, and I want to kind of keep it simple as best as I can. So unless anyone has questions, and that's basically it.
Not right now. Thank you a lot for this. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah,
It's
thanks.
good. It's a bit
Thanks.
rushed, but again, I don't want to say things that will just not apply to your div because realistically, if you want to win open, just push as 9 players. That's all I can say. Die is 9, kill is 9. As Aleski once told me, together ape strong. So that's even in my team, whenever my team's doing bad and we're kind of feeding one by one, I always remember to tell them, together apes are strong. So it's a funny
Yeah.
way to keep your team morale up. So
yeah.
if
Cake says like a lot of people can't handle can't handle against a team that plays together in low divs.
100%.
So
If you were to just do that and play super aggressive, play around your team, etc. Because like most of the time, it's mainly going to be a combo diff.
yeah.
Realistically, if you have a good sniper, even better. Just play around him, give him sight lines, give him new angles, and just don't feed. Like if you're defending, for example, your entire job is to defend,
Yeah.
not to attack. And as long as you understand the concept of we are defending, I should not like try to 1v1 this player on flank. You play your life. I guarantee you'll be better than any team in your division. Because most teams in low, what happens is they don't understand the fundamentals of the game, and they're like, "Oh, I'm defending. I need to go kill people." When reality, it's the opposite. You want to burn the clock.
Yeah.
So if you just say to a team like, "We should not be feeding. Let's just play our lives." Like if they do nothing and you're on defense, perfect. You're playing the game. So just like kind of relax and be like, okay, if they're doing nothing, the game's boring. Okay, but you're going to win. So it's like let them do nothing. The logs don't mean anything because well, if you win, you win. So
Yeah.
just always remember to tell your team like if you notice that your team's feeding and you're defending, it's really bad. If you're attacking, it's a little different because as long as you trade, you can always do something with it. And obviously your respawn timers are like significantly less than theirs. So
Yeah.
as long as you have a tally, usually feeding for a kill is okay to some extent.
All right. Well, Gilrick, you heard it. You got to carry.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I tried yesterday. But
No, we were playing 8v9. My ping was just gone. It was insane. But thanks a lot for the demo, for the map talk. We really appreciate it, and have a good rest of your day. We'll be preparing for our scrim at 20.
Thank you, dude. Have a great day.
Yep.